if you're working and you think that that you have gotten hurt on the job, or it could be a day or two late or whatever, when should you notify your supervisor? How long do you have to notify them that hey, I think I hurt myself the other day, and how long should have you got before you can report this? And if you do go to the doctor and everything, and he do put you out there on workman comp, and you're unable to go back to work, how long could you draw your workman comp if you done that?
That's a good question.
Yep. Well, John, you want to take a stab at either of those?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the best thing to do is notify your employer as soon as possible. We litigated a case one time, and I think, Joe, you and I were practicing together at this time, and the situation was the employer had this rule: if it didn't happen today, if you didn't notify us today, then you didn't get hurt on the job. Well, that's not the law in Georgia. The law in Georgia is that you have 30 days with which to report an accident, or on-the-job injury. But the smart thing, the best thing to do is report it immediately, so they can do what's called a WC1 form, where they'll report, they'll notate that you've been hurt on the job, and then at that point things will start taking place, hopefully. And if they don't, you need to call a lawyer, like someone from Joe's firm, or a lawyer that would be able to help you to make sure that you get the rights and things. Second part of your question is, how long do you draw workers' compensation benefits? The maximum for most cases is 400 weeks, but cases differ. It just depends on the evidence, especially the medical evidence, as to how long you would be able to draw workers' comp benefits if you're totally disabled or partially disabled.
Right, and I think a lot of times it's about reporting, a lot of times it's about reporting an accident. It's not just about reporting that you got hurt, because sometimes injuries take a little time to manifest.
That's right.
And so, if you get hurt, it's important to tell your employer immediately about that. And of course, I think most people are weighing the options of what's going to happen to my job, especially if I'm not hurt. So it is sort of rare to have the accident reported where there's no initial injury. Usually it's something that comes up later. You do have those 30 days, but as John said, it's as soon as possible.